We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Join us in the fight, and victory will be ours.
Out of many, we are one. That while we breathe, we hope. And where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Little Moscow! Whoa! There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what else there's now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. Now don't you wait, don't hesitate. Let's move before we raise the fire rate. Sing it! All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now.
For me, I think what music does is it's a way of expressing yourself in a way that's different to using the modern vocabulary and using language. You know, you can bring a whole load of extra things to the music, a whole load of emotion. And I suppose another thing is just what it brings into people's lives. I love that communication with the audience. I'm Kevin McNestry. I'm the lead vocalist and lead guitarist in the band. I also do a little bit mandolin and a bit keyboards as well.
When you're down, it lifts you. When you're hyper, it can chill you. It's a whole ride of emotions, really, depending upon the nature and type of the music. I'm Cy Harrison, and I play guitar and do some of the vocals, sing a few songs and some harmonies. Kev and Joe and Ivan were the original band in the 90s. Before that, we had Cyan in the 80s and early 90s. So we've got amalgam together into Little Moscow.
I'm Joe McNestry, Kevin's brother. One of the merry band, I play the bass. I came from a very musical family, so there was always music around her. The whole family played instruments, mother and father, you know, brothers and sisters. Sisters played the keyboard, the piano and what have you. Kevin and another of my brothers played the guitar, so for the full set I just played the bass. So it's my sort of little ball tool, it's what I do. You know, I've got, it's everything, you know, it's your bit away from work. It's very personal. And it's your bit of your own personal space. I like nothing better than my headphones on, closing my eyes and listening to the music.
I wish I was a fisherman, tumbling on the sea, far away from the dry land. of my sweet night with a band of many love. Those feeling bearing down on me, set the starry sky above with light on my head. You in my arms.
We did a kind of musical aptitude test at school. Came out okay with that, and they said, okay, you can learn an instrument. And I think everyone started on violin, and they introduced us to the members of the string family shortly after that, maybe after a couple of lessons. And I'd never heard of the violin, so I started playing that. I'm Ivan, I play drums and violin. Little Moscow were, God, I pestered them to be in that band for ages. Pub band in Chopwell. First saw them probably 10 years ago, maybe longer. I saw them playing in the Gaffers and just thought they're a great band, them. I remember asking Joe if they ever wrote their own stuff. Yeah, but you know, people don't really want to hear that. And I just thought, I bet they would if you played it. Then the drummer left and I went and auditioned. Didn't get that job because they thought I was too young, even though I'm only 6 years younger than Joe. And then finally got in there. Yeah, just great crack and amazing musicians.
You know, I first got into music, it's my brother and my sister, and they were big music fans. All the music has been in the house, whether it's come from Irish influences or otherwise. It's always been part of our existence. The house has always, we've all had great music playing in the house, so it's just one of those things that I can't remember life without music. I just can't remember it. So I'm Cy King, I'm one half of the percussion and rhythm section of Little Moscow. God, that's a big question. Music, what music does for me is it lifts me spirits, it makes me happy, makes me sad. It's a reflection, it's the tracks of your years, isn't it? It's a reflection of your emotions. It's always, it's expressive, it's creative, and when you actually play it, as opposed to listening to it, I kind of get lost in it. It's like being enveloped in a cloud, and when you're playing with great musicians, it's just the most, and it's kind of quite ethereal as well. It's an ethereal kind of thing. I just love it. It's just, there's a power to it and an energy to it that is very, very special.
I wish I could swim like the dolphins could swim. Though nothing can keep us together, we can be there forever and ever. We can be heroes just for one
Me and Simon Harrison, we went to school together, so from the age of 11 we're in the same class and used to play guitars on my lunch breaks and all that, and on every chance we could we'd sit and jam together when we weren't actually fighting and having scraps as well. and Kingy was a friend of Simon Harrison's, and he's sort of like, you know, 16, 17-year-old age. I think they sort of got in a band together, and then when we were forming Cyan and we're looking for drummers, Cy said, oh, well, I know a good drummer, so we got Kingy in. So we've been close friends. I've been close friends with Cy King since about 18, you know, and we've worked in different bands over the years.
just for one day.
We've all been playing together for about 35 years off and on. And it's just lovely because you get, I mean, there's certain muso things that people say like, oh, it's really nice when you get locked in, and all that is just a common language about the way that you play music together. You know instinctively where each other's going, where, you know what the progressions are going to be and all that, and it's kind of like a creative shorthand, much the same as Dave and I have. When we do our thing, Little Moscow have the same. And it's lovely, and it's, you know, in the history of it. So it's nice to have a bunch of friends together, having a lovely time, jumping up and down on the stage, playing the music that we love, and you know, we've known each other for a very long time, and it's quite special. It's quite a special thing.
We're a group of lads that got together in with teens, you know, years ago playing, and we got together and had formed a band. A few of us went to school together. Obviously, I'm Kevin's brother, and we played years and years ago under a different name, under the name Cyan. It's just something that's just reignited over the past couple of years. We've just started getting together again and playing.
There's whiskey in the jar.
So Little Moscow were a rock and roll outfit that came out of Chopwell, and Chopwell was a mining village in the Derwent Valley. And the reason that we call Chopwell Little Moscow is because there was quite a communist element and left-wing element to the politics up there.
What happened was, during the general strike, we were the first pit to go out and the last pit to return, and we had very sort of strong kind of left-wing credentials in the community at the time. We actually received some support from the Kremlin, actually sent some financial support to help the people in Chopwell stay on strike. And the Chopwell Miners banner has the first ever Labour MP in the middle, J.K. Hardy, and on his shoulders each side we've got Lenin and Marx, and that's the Chopwell Miners banner. We also have streets, we've got Lenin Terrace and Marx Terrace. So that's where the name Little Moscow came from. It's sort of a nod to that background.
Like having that on a t-shirt, it's like having a t-shirt that says Chopwell. The whole political history of the village and everything, it's quite unique.
I jumped up and followed my pistols, and I shot him with my barrels. My shooting on my view on my gun. Work for my daddy-o, work for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar.
I think I'd like to put a little mini tour together and just, you know, but we've all got day jobs as well, so we've got to balance all that out.
We've got a festival set, we need to expand that, but yeah, to get some original material. We've recorded amongst ourselves, one that Kev wrote, one that I've written, but we've got loads of ideas, and it would be nice to put them together and actually get an independent set that is us.
We'll just take it as it comes, you know. We'll just see what the opportunities to do things and get together. Time is the main thing, isn't it? You know, getting everyone together. But it's been great so far. So goodness knows more of this, hopefully.
We've got some great songs of our own, and some of our own material. We've got some great songs we've been working on. But we've been concentrating on doing this for the festivals at the moment. So the next phase is more original material. You know, and there's lots there. We've got quite a few songs that are on the back burner.
I know that Kev and Sayars have got albums worth of riffs in their heads, and certainly Joe and I have had plenty of jams that, you know, if we'd recorded it and organised all those grooves, we could have also made albums worth of stuff. So that's going to be interesting. I just hope we can keep the momentum going.
We're very like-minded, but we're still quite an eclectic mix of different musical tastes, because there's no unpleasant underlyings, so to speak. Everybody just gets on, and it's a good laugh, and that's why we did the band originally. It was Kingy who said, let's have a laugh. So we're still laughing.